Hey guys, I know wrapping up class today was very quick, so I want to say a few things in conclusion. If you look around me, one of the big things you notice is the mess. So whenever we're done with a project, important, paramount that we clean up, and that's a note for your project report as well. So we make sure we clean up. And what does that mean? That means we sweep up all this stuff. We track down all the places where the beads of foam went. But then also we're throwing away our trash. We're cleaning off our great stuff hose nozzles. Like maybe this is still reusable, like it still has stuff inside. I would run acetone through this. And Tyler, can you hold this for me real quick? What that's gonna mean is I'm actually going to unscrew this, if it'll unscrew. Okay, pretend it did unscrew, right? I would actually run acetone through the straw completely until the acetone could run through the one end of the straw and then exit the other end. And that's how you know it's clean. And obviously you have to do that when the great stuff is still wet. Once it's dry, it's no good and you have to throw it away. Right, and then you also want to do a little bit of acetone around the nozzle, and then you can save this and reuse it for later. Very important thing. Thank you, Tyler. But then also you want to take an acetone rag and make sure you rag down your tools that you might have gotten great stuff on. And you also want to be careful when you're working with great stuff just to not get great stuff on these in the first place, because as you're working through the project, then it'll actually dry and it'll become almost impossible to get off. A few quick notes. Obviously, you want to brush all the foam off your saws and your utensils and things like that. And put away all your tools back where you found them. Very, very important. If you're, let's say I was doing this project by myself and I have several other guys I'm working with, it can frustrate them and get in their way of what they need to do if I don't take responsibility and put my tools back where I got them from. So wherever you guys go into different theaters, crucial that you are being responsible and that you're respecting other people you work with as well. So very good. It would be completely unacceptable for me to just do a project like this and then leave my tools out, leave the foam out, and not clean up after myself. So, hope that made sense. Also, way to go with your projects today. Very good. We only had an hour for you guys to look at a reference, to design and plan what you guys are going to do, which normally takes a lot more time. And then you actually had to build it, distress it, and glue it in one class. So, way to go. Excellent job. Some quick notes. I know you guys were just kind of being creative with this design, but let's say I actually wanted to replicate this for what it looked like, because there's times where, yeah, I might like doing my project a certain way, but the director really has a specific look they're going for. So if I wanted to actually accomplish this in this project right here, I would actually just take big blocks of foam, and I would maybe cover this each panel just very rough with blocks of foam. I wouldn't worry about all this little stuff just yet. I would just do the big blocks of foam, and then I would do like a painter does, to where they put up a reference picture right up by their canvas, and I would look at this reference while I'm carving the overall chair here. And I would be looking at things like the smoothness of it, and just the shape of it and everything like that. With the bench down here, planning is everything, and you guys only had a short amount of time to do that. Looking at this though, if you're going to replicate it, I would actually make this top a little bit wider. You kind of see how this looks visually very thin, but this looks very chunky. I would almost go all the way up to here with it, but then again, that's all in your planning and things like that. Also, this is not a final product because it looks like multiple blocks. I would actually put the great stuff inside these cracks right here and trim the great stuff flat to where it actually looked like it was one solid block. And then I would, like the chair over there, I would be looking at things like this texture in here, and I would be holding it up to my project as I'm carving. And that's how I would achieve a really close replica. I said that the due date for project 2 was a week from today, and thinking through everything going on with Anne of Green Gables, I'm gonna actually push that back to 2 weeks from today. It's gonna be week 8 of this class, and then your project 3 on the foam stuff is gonna be 3 weeks from today.